Today is our final day with Paul in 1 Corinthians, and we hear these two verses from 1 Corinthians 16, verses 13 and 14, which are a part of Paul's final exhortation to the church. He tells them, keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, be strong, let all that you do be done in love. Just in these two brief verses, we have so much that we can lean on and pursue in our faith. The first is keep alert. When I was a teenager working at an amusement park in Maine, one of the funniest t-shirts, which I obviously still remember after all these years, was a guy walking by who had a shirt on that said, keep alert, the world needs more alerts. That just made me smile. But keep alert means, again, we need to pay attention. And we've talked before about the importance spiritually of paying attention, of noticing. If you play a sport, as I do, you do much better in that sport if you keep alert, if you're concentrating, if you're focused, than if you lose your concentration or your alertness. You're not going to do as well. And what's true in sports is also true in our faith. We want to keep alert. We want to be noticing the people and what's going on around us. And then stand firm, which just echoes what Paul had said in the previous chapter about being steadfast and immovable in the Lord. And now it's stand firm in your faith. Be courageous, be strong. It's not easy being a Christian. It's not easy to be a Christian in a world that is pursuing values very different than the values of Jesus Christ, that pursues power and corruption and greed and violence and cruelty and apathy and indifference. That's not our way. And as Christians, we need to be courageous and strong and saying, there's a different path of life that involves love and compassion and generosity and justice and peace. So we need to be courageous and strong. And throughout Corinthians, as I mentioned just yesterday about Paul's repetition of excel, do your best, compete, but it's let all that you do be done in love. And that is his bedrock statement that relates back to all he said about love in chapter 13. As Christians, everything we do should be done in love. And pursuing excellence is not an excuse not to do things in a loving manner. So I hope today you'll keep alert for the movement of the Holy Spirit in your life, that you'll be strong and courageous, that you will not let fear get the upper hand in your heart, mind, or spirit. And always remember, in everything you do and every interaction you have with another human being, let all that you do be done in love.